Hey everybody, always Dizzy here. Yeah, so it should be no surprise because of the title of this video, but I registered to another tournament. This time, it's actually the 17th annual Grand Pacific Open, referred to as GPO as a short. So if you hear me say GPO, yeah, it's referring to the Grand Pacific Open. In this video, I'm going to try something new. I haven't done this before. So I'm going to edit in a little like subscribe and remember to notify me thing. I don't know. I'll probably put it over there somewhere. Again, I've never done that before. Interested to see if it's beneficial, if anyone excuse me, heeds its advice. Also at the end of the video, instead of the default, because what I've done in the past, at the end of most of my videos, I put up a couple like videos, like recommended videos of my channel and a subscribe button, but I've always overlaid it at the end of whatever was on my video. So this time I'm going to actually put a dedicated screen so that, I don't know, I'm going to try a little bit of editing, see how that looks. Man, my videos are so casual, okay? I'm like totally not a professional YouTuber where they have the whole script planned out and I just kind of wing it. And yeah, so I actually registered to this tournament at the same time that I registered to the 2024 BC Open. I just didn't announce them at the same time. So I'm kind of shelling out a lot of money to go to these tournaments. I took almost all of 2023 off. I only went to a single tournament in like January, I think, or maybe February of 2023. And then I took the rest of the year off. I'm planning to play a bit more this year, but it is freaking expensive. I could do it a little bit cheaper if I took on a roommate in the hotel and I brought my own food and so forth. But I don't know. I'm kind of a princess when it comes to traveling, and I'm a very light sleeper. I like my space and so on. So yeah, so this is expensive. It's a 4-day tournament. It's in a pretty nice hotel. But the nice thing about this one is they actually get a really good discount off this hotel, because normally I think it would be like $250 or more per night. I think it's even more like $280 or something. It's pretty expensive, but they get a really good discount. It's like, because I'm thinking paying like $160 per night, something like that, 168 or 148, something. Yeah, no, I think it's like 148 per night I'm paying. So it's about close to half price, maybe 40% off. Yeah, I played in this tournament twice before. I don't think it was 3 times. I think it was twice before. And both times I went, I had very good results. The first time I went, I think I scored 4 out of 6. But I gained rating. And then the second time I was in the last round, I was playing for clear first, and I forget if I finished 5 out of 6 or 4.5 out of. I think I finished 4.5 out of 6, but I lost the last round. But it was still a pretty good result for me. Yeah, so I think it's my 3rd time playing in this tournament. So a past winner of this tournament was none other than Hikaru Nakamura. And I can show you. So this was back, I think, 2012. No, it might have been 2011. Let's see. Okay, no, maybe it was 2012. Hang on. There he is. So he won this tournament. Yeah, younger Hikaru, because he used to live in Vancouver for a while, and so he went to the tournaments here. And I forget if the Botez sisters played in that one too. There's no, no, maybe there is. Let's see. Yeah, so Hikaru won 6 out of 6. look at his CFC rating, 2731. And then, yeah, okay. Well, I mean, that's his, his FIDE is not much different. Yeah, let me just do a search if the Botez sisters. No, they didn't play in this one. They were probably too young. Or they might have moved at this time. Let me get back. Yeah, so he won it in 2012. And yeah, so this used to be my clear favorite tournament to go to. The first time I went there, it was I had a bit of a wow. A bit of a wow reaction. I think because also when I went, that was my first time playing tournaments as an adult. This was like maybe the third or the fourth tournament I went to, and it was the most prestigious. So it's held at a nice 4-star hotel, not a resort really, it's just a hotel, but it's in a beautiful location in Victoria, right on the waterfront, right downtown, right next to the Parliament building, close to the Empress Hotel. I'll show you some street view videos of that. And it's a very relaxed tournament. So the schedule, well, yeah, so it's a 6-round tournament, 4 days, always held over the Easter weekend. And this year there's $8,000 in prizes. Right before the tournament starts, there's a youth tournament that is held at the same venue. And there's also a midnight blitz tournament that's held about halfway through with some prizes, and it's free to enter. I never played in it. I watched a bit of it one time. There were a couple grandmasters that year that played in it. Alexander Fear was one of them, and Gorvitz, I think, was the other. There's trophies for this one, but this is there's not as many trophies as there were in the BC Open. Oh, throat's gonna dry. And so there's 4 sections. The premier section is FIDE and CFC rated. Then there's the under 2,000 section, under 1,500, under 1,100. And yeah, as I said, it's a bit of a relaxed tournament. So the first round is at 6 p.m. It's a bit late, right? So the organizers behind this tournament, their idea was that it's a tournament, but it's supposed to be not as stressful, in terms of arriving early and so on. They're trying to give a little bit more time to enjoy the area because it is, again, it's a very nice location. So you can, if you're traveling to the tournament, you have plenty of time to do that and still, check out the sites a little bit. And yeah, so the first round is at 6 p.m. The only thing is that they could have fit more rounds in, which I would have preferred, right? I would rather have 7 or 8 rounds as opposed to 6 because they could totally do that. They could totally fit that in. Yeah, so the first round is at 6, and then rounds 2 and 3 on the next day, and 4 and 5 on the day after that, and then 1 round on the last day. So I think I booked 3 nights, right? Because I'll arrive there Friday, and then I leave on Monday morning. Yeah. Yeah, so personally, I would prefer that they threw in another round or two. So this is the prize distribution and the sections and everything. It's a bit of a gap here because you can move up a section. You can play up a section, right? So there's going to be there's lots of 1300s in the under 2000 section. That's a big ass gap. That's like a 700 rating point spread. I think they should disallow moving up or else add in another section. I know it's more work to put in another section, but like maybe adding an under 1700 section, and then an under 13, and then under 1000. There's this tournament is a bit different because they have some side prizes. They have the biggest upset. Now I've always wondered who that goes to. It probably goes to the player that won the biggest upset, but it's kind of like a double insult to the person that lost. I almost think they should split that, kind of like they do in poker. I think they should split that 50-50 so that the loser of the biggest upset gets half of it and then the winner gets half. Yeah, because I'm thinking of like in poker, there's some casinos that have like bad beat prizes where the person losing the beat actually gets money. Yeah. And then they actually have door prizes. So the way that works is it's also used to encourage people to get to their board early, which I don't know why they care about that. But if you get to your board a bit early, and by a bit early, I mean like 5 minutes before they make announcements before the round, they do a random drawing, and then you can win a prize. The prizes, I forget what they were in the past. They're like, I think they're like gift certificate, like gift cards rather. So and I think they're like $25 or $30, probably more this year, but I've never won one yet. And what else? Yeah, so it's 90 plus 30. Time control. And yeah, that's that. Oh yeah, so I already mentioned the Midnight Blitz tournament. I'm not going to play in that because like I suck at Blitz and I'm not going to win anything, and it's not rated or anything. So what's the point? I don't know. I've never been into it. I'm too old, and I think it's more for kids. Actually, it does cost money. No, I think it is free. It's free. But if you didn't sign up on time, then you have to pay $10. Okay, so the registration, the pre-registration. So far, so by the way, I didn't mention when it is. It's on March 29th. So a couple, 3 weeks from now? Yeah, about 3 weeks from now. So stay tuned for that. I'll have 6 more rounds of tournament recap videos for you guys. I know that a lot of you like them. Yeah, so currently 124 players signed up so far. It's not the biggest tournament that we have in BC because it is held on the island. So all the people that are on the mainland have to travel there, and a lot don't want to pay for the hotels, right? So by the time the tournament starts, I think we might get, it's hard to say, right? But I think we could get close to 200 because we are still 3 weeks away, and a lot of people don't register until closer to the tournament actually begins. So yeah, I think we could see like maybe 180 or so, but I could be wrong. So far, there's a 2470 CFC rated player and a few 2200s. This is in the Premier section, which I'm not in. And then the under 2000 section. So I lost a lot of rating points from the last 2 tournaments I played in. So I'm no longer even 1622. I just, it's been taking a lot of hits on the rating. So I think I would be somewhere around here-ish. Yeah, 20th or 21st. In the under 2000 section. So a bit below halfway, but roughly halfway down, which means I should, like, my goal should be to score more than 3. But I just want to gain rating. That's all I care about. Wait. Yeah, that's right. And then there's the under 1500 section. and then the under 1100 section. Let's see how many new players there are, like unrated. It's always fun to look at. So this is kind of an interesting one. This guy doesn't have a CFC rating, and he's in the Premier. He's 1840 FIDE, but I'm curious how he's going to do against the BC crowd from Ukraine. I'm curious about that. 2137 FIDE rapid though. So that is pretty, like, yeah, so I guess he does belong there. But I'm still curious how he's going to fare. I'm also curious, like, people from other provinces. I think Alberta is pretty close to BC in terms of rating, but from Winnipeg and Halifax, I don't think they're going to do so well, but I could be wrong. There's a few Americans too, because Victoria is very close to the US. I'll show you on the map in a bit. Yeah, so I've seen, like, I've spotted about 4 so far from Washington. Yeah, a bunch from Alberta. Yeah. Okay, and oh yeah, I wanted to see the other unrateds. So there's no unrateds in the under 2000, but there's 3 in the under 1500. And then there's 5 in the under 1000. Okay. And yeah, so to show on Google Maps. So I'm coming. So let me zoom way out to give other people from other parts of the world some context. Even from how I'll zoom way out here. Okay. So North America, right? This is British Columbia, the province I live in. This is Vancouver Island, where I live. Okay. This is Washington in the US. This is still part of BC here. This is Seattle. And so most of the tournaments, or actually all the tournaments I've been to recently, like the past few, have been on the mainland. So I've taken a ferry over to go there. This one is still on the same island I live on. So I will drive down island. This is where the tournament is. If you can follow my cursor, I know it's small. So I will drive down island to Victoria. And it's right downtown, smack downtown. You couldn't be more downtown. And yeah, so it's right here. This is the harbor. This is the Fairmont. Wait, is that right? Yeah, this is the Empress. That's where the royalty, like the Queen and the the King, Queen. That's where the Queen used to stay when she visited. And what's it? Was it Harry and Meghan? I think they stayed there. So celebrities and stuff will often stay there. It's a nice hotel. So if I plop in front of it, I've shown this in the past, but I have a lot of new subscribers, so you guys might not have all seen this. Yeah, so this is Victoria. This is like the harbor front. I kind of went right down into the harbor. It put me there. This is the Parliament building. And it's kind of funny what they used to do on 420, so April 20th. That's when it's usually right around where Easter is. Because of 420, all of the marijuana protesters used to go on the front lawn of the Parliament and smoke pot. But now that it's legal, it's been legal here for a long time. I think people still do that, but it's not like it used to be. And so this is actually the hotel here where the tournament is held and where I'll be staying. I was lucky. One night they upgraded my hotel room to like a not really a suite, but kind of like a half suite or like a deluxe version, which was really nice. I think this is some museum. But yeah, let me get back because it put me down here. I want to get up to the street. But you can see it's really touristy. Like there's tour buses here, double-decker buses, and It's a very touristy area. And just to zoom out again a little bit, because it is very close to the US. You can take a ferry actually from Washington, from Port Townsend here to Victoria. And then, yeah, so it's within reach for Americans. And let me get back to where it was. I also went to a tournament here, just across the harbor in another hotel. But yeah, I've been to so many tournaments. Okay, so but the tournament I'm going to is, oh yeah, let me show you the Empress Hotel. So that's the Empress Hotel. It's like a very old-fashioned, ritzy type of hotel. Very British. The whole city is very British influence. I mean, it's named after Queen Victoria, right? So yeah, sightseeing. There's like whale watching, and I think that's the boat that does whale watching. No, that might be a ferry, a small ferry. Okay, but let's go to. By the way, it's not fun driving here during the tourist season. I hate parking in this place too. It's so tight. I hate driving. Okay. Yeah, actually, this right across from the hotel is the ferry to. It might be the U.S. actually. That might be. So, yeah, you could if you come to the tournament from the U.S. pop out here and you're right at the tournament and you come say hi. Yeah. So that's where the tournament is held. Again, I've been there two or three times before. There's decent eating areas close by. Not the greatest. You'd think there'd be more being downtown. I guess I'm thinking there's a lot of there are a lot of restaurants, but they're kind of like boutique restaurants. Like they're not. There's no like a really affordable. It's a little expensive, but there is a grocery store. There's a grocery store a few blocks away, that's what I've done in the past. So a nice little walk. There's a Thrifty's grocery store. There's also like a health foods store, kind of health foods grocery store, down the block, a few blocks away. This one, Red Barn Market. I've gone there. It's actually, yeah, they actually have some good quality, healthy food. So I brought that back to the hotel room. Yeah, I'll probably do that again if they're still there. It's like higher quality grocery stuff. You can get sandwiches and fruit and stuff. Yeah. Okay. So anyways, yeah, that's what I have planned on the 29th. It's a bit expensive, but you know, you only live once. Got to splurge a little bit. And then it's more content to give you guys. Now, honestly, I haven't been playing so well lately. I've been in a bit of a slump. I have a bit of brain fog lately, and also just been kind of busy and not being able to put a lot of energy into chess. I've still been playing like every day and studying, but yeah, I've been in a slump for a couple years, honestly. It's not like the old days where I was setting new personal bests left and right and just kind of skyrocketing. It's been hard. I've really plateaued, and so I'm a bit nervous about this tournament. Honestly, I was even thinking of withdrawing after the results of my last tournament. So I'm a bit worried. Okay, I'll leave it there. Thanks for watching. Wish me luck. We'll have more content for you soon, so stay tuned for that. See you next time.